Hello, this is Hugh from QLC. Welcome back. I'm not going to lie to you people. This is the 17th time I've tried recording this video. And personally, I am sick and tired of the nonsense that is going on regarding these lockdowns. Specifically, when I hear stories of police officers, professionals, people who are out here supposed to be saving lives and stuff. They're out here fining fools for driving 20 miles to buy a freaking McDonald's, or, you know, they're out here fining fools £800 for a dumbass party, or, stopping ladies from opening up their salons because they can't live off the non-existent furlough that they've been given because they're self-employed and they can't go bankrupt because they got to feed their families. This is the type of stuff that an already declining, delineating police force has to deal with. Because as I've looked into, turns out the police numbers have actually gone down in recent years, which is one factor of what I'm about to talk about now, and that's knife crime. See, instead of defunding the police like everybody was talking about last year, I actually feel like right now we need more police on the streets, but not to waste time with slap on the wrist nonsense like going to McDonald's, or, having a few beers with the lads in a flat. It's nonsense. Actually taking down young criminals and wannabe gangsters from stabbing people on the street. See, I had a friend from uni called Sven. On Saturday around 5:30 p.m., he was stabbed near Kilburn in London, and he's no longer with us. He died. He was only 22 years old. I'm 26. But we met at uni through mutual friends. We started hanging out, and obviously because of the lockdown, I hadn't seen him in ages. What fascinates me is that Sadiq Khan, the only time I voted for somebody and they actually won in my whole life, Sadiq Khan, the mayor of London, one of the many things that he, as a regular politician, promised was that he was going to clamp down on knife crime and gun crime and all this wahala, because of course he has to say that. But ever since he's been running that joint, knife crime has been substantially increasing, and I can put some links down below in the description. I'm not full of BS. This is like it's just been like wolf, like year by year. I mean, in the year, ending March 2020, 46,300 incidents regarding knife crime occurred. 43 of which were to do with robbery or intent of robbery, and 43% were to do with, intending to cause serious harm. Now, my boy Sven's dead, so you can talk to me about serious harm all freaking day long. And I'm out here with my monotone voice, not looking at the camera directly. And you're probably thinking, he's a robot. He's got no feelings. He's probably fine. I'm not fine. Because of the lockdown and because of all this other nonsense, we can't see our people. We can't see friends, family. But you telling me that I'm never going to see this boy again because the police, who should be out here on the streets, and I ain't blaming them, by the by, the police are out here. They're already low on numbers. They're already low on numbers. And the few police that we have, they're out here running around fining fools for dumb pandemic related nonsense. But I feel like if there was more police on the streets, he'd still be with us. His mom lost her only child. I give my condolences to his friends and family. I'm just annoyed. I'm just pissed off. I'm not gonna lie to you people. And no, this video is not gonna make any sense. I'm gonna try. I tried to give you some facts and stats, but this is another rant because I don't know what else to do, man. I told you all about what I was afraid of. I didn't mention people like I knew getting, stabbed and getting killed senselessly. This happened Saturday, so we don't even know why they did it. And to my recollection, I didn't know a single person that wanted to hurt our friend. Not one person. So I'm a bit surprised. He died 22 years old, fam. I'm 26. Bruv, his life was just starting. And now we have to deal with this nonsense. It's not, it's February, bruv. It the year's barely started. The year's barely started. Fuck. Do you know? Do you know what? I ah, and it's always one of those things because I don't know. I'm not going to pretend that I spoke to the boy every day, but I would try to keep in touch once in a while. And obviously, went to the same uni with him. We had the same friends and stuff. It takes the mick. It takes the mick. Because remember, Sadiq Khan, this was the same fool that was out here trying to uh, remove 50% of on-site police HQs. You know, all the front desk, uh, you know, open door police stations. He was out here trying to half of them. Sorry, he was trying to get rid of half of them, and then the subtle inclination or implication was that Labour will be able to use that to blame the Tories because of lack of police funding. But you can blame the Tories for lack of police funding because they've been, in my opinion, they've been sharply decreasing the amount of funding for the emergency services, including the NHS, which is partly why they're struggling to deal with all the patients of the disease right now. But yeah, apart from that, I'm just sick and tired of this nonsense. Because yes, I know that 100,000 people plus have died because of this terrible disease in the UK. And I know that more than 2.3 million people have died worldwide. It's terrible. Honest to God, it's terrible. But there are other people dying out there as well. And those deaths are just as important. And if we're talking about knife crime, it's not like this terrible disease where, you know, pharmaceutical companies have been out here with their vaccines and it took them a year miraculously to find the vaccines, and everybody's had to suffer by staying at home because we couldn't find a cure up until that point. Knife crime is actually supposed to be a treatable thing. You make sure that you clamp down on sorry, use of knives, access to knives. Obviously, I don't have the figures, but there's been more and more people giving in the knives that they had. So presumably, knife crime is supposed to be going down, but it's been going up year by year. But because of this global disease that's crippling our economy and personal and mental health of millions of people around the world, we're out here, in my opinion, you can call me an idiot, I don't care. Um, in my opinion, these other things that can kill people, like knife crime, gun crime, violence, murder, all this stuff, it's seemingly getting, I wouldn't say unnoticed, but my God, I would like to say, um, misguidedly neglected. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for, neglected. When you're recording yourself, it's kind of hard to find the right words on the spot. But yeah, we're out here neglecting things that could kill innocent people on a day-to-day basis that have nothing to do with um, you know disease or this stupid lockdown. But I am upset that Sven's gone, and I am upset for his family as well. My condolences again. And as I said, it is February, and 2021 is already becoming a dodgy year because of all the developments that have been carried out or highlighted. As I told you, I'm not even sure if this video is going to make sense to some of you, but um, it is, I don't know. I always try to be the type of person where if my friends need me, um, they can call me anytime if they're dealing with stuff. I have no idea what was happening with Sven because I wasn't talking to him as much as I should have. Um, I don't really have anything else to say. It's like the middle of the night. But what I do want to end on is the fact that um, we do need, obviously, instead of getting rid of police headquarters or defunding the police, we need more people on the streets. Uh, Incentives to be recruited into the police and other emergency services because hell, even if we're looking at the NHS right now, the people that are working there, they're understaffed, underpaid, and we know that some of the people that have been treating the disease have died of the disease as well. That's why earlier in the year people were clapping because those people aren't just employees, they're unwilling martyrs because of how poorly we tackled the disease uh, last January and February. So now a whole year later, we're having to deal with most businesses not being open until March or April. I would say April. And if you're in hospitality, we're talking May. It's all a load of nonsense, really. And once again, I'm sorry. I do give my condolences to Sven's family and friends, and I, wish all of you the best.